It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision-maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down and 4, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Wilson on target there to Moore. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Got a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go read option with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. He gets this one to Boyd. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On second and 11 now, Dalton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back to Mixon on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the second round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with the defender right there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Go 14.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 5-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here's Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Nice move at the 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check three.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
One left.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 17, Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Boyd. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions, and just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Wilson now 15 out of 17 through the air. Only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
Look left. 50 seconds. I'm coming. Kill. Turn it up.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. So we are at halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Good job right there. Good job right there. 13. Check.
They go read option with Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
What you just saw there, first-round talent. Second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 27, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 23 yards the pickup there. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
14.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, Can we get a little bit closer
Yeah,
this
get a little
time?
closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Penny, a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Let's switch.
On second and 11 now. Wilson, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll come out in the pistol, trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And Eifert has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Preston Brown there to knock that one away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 36 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Hands up. Lead. Right there. 54 miles. It's our time. It's our time.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
Regular. 180. Regular. 41. All day, baby. All day. 41, Mike. 41, Mike. Don't get nervous.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 23. Watson off play action. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early.
Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw is Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Check 50. Check. Slam. Alert flare. Check the backer.
They run. It's Johnson. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
What's that? 20. Watch it. Double dog. That's the way.
Now Mayfield running left on the option. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
180. Watch the pass. Big ass. Real. 41 Mike. Let him know.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with it. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 68 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Run.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
180! Check 55 to Mike. You point it right. You better be afraid of me. Alert! Sponge. No. Mike 55.
Mayfield on play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Landry the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Charles, a little league-wide news as the Browns were taking care of the Jets on Monday Night Football Week 2. We got word that Dolphins safety Minkah Fitzpatrick continuing the exodus from Miami. He was traded to the Steelers in exchange for a first-round draft pick next spring.
And that means Miami is exchanging a 1, Minkah Fitzpatrick, who they use that to acquire, for a 1 next spring. And how valuable will that pick be? Well, the Steelers are 0-2. Ben Roethlisberger's out for the season. This could turn out to be a high number 1 pick because the Steelers have been struggling this season, lit up by Tom Brady, Russell Wilson in successive weeks to start the year. We could have a Steelers team that could turn into a top 10 pick for the Miami Dolphins.
Mayfield finding Beckham. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Here we go. 180.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. This will be caught at about the 6. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Come
on. What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Back to throw, Watson. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. To throw again on second down. Watson, and the catch made by Hopkins. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Set. 19. Mike 58 right there. 24. This team showed up. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He can't get him down. Shrugs off another. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.